recording.
It's tough because we didn't reach out to them earlier, but if you would be okay with your schedule, you'd like to schedule you to do it today at 2:30 or whenever there's time. And if not, we apologize. All right. You know, like Gio says, just running around like a chicken with my head cut off. All right, cool. We got the whole nice packed sales coffee. That's good. Put it down here so it doesn't rub against everything. Yeah, whatever. Sweet. What up, guys? Virtual world. Haha. Nice. All right, gotta get some videos on here. Give everyone like 2 more minutes. Admit some late people, and we'll start this right away. Got to see the videos though, please. Got to see the vids.
What's up, gang? Let's get it today. Let's go.
La, 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 la. Is it 10:05 yet? No, not the nitro. That thing's nuts. Not the nitro. All right, guys. Any more late bloomers? Got everybody? Should we turn these on or no? Probably not. Jeez. Boy needs to get to the barber. Just throw gel in my hair, it sticks up, and I'm like, all right, I'm out the door. And then I look at it, and I'm like, holy cow. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and get started. It's 10:05. Nice to see all the smiling faces in here. Ready to start a new month and throw out the last month, like I was telling my team yesterday. Throw out the last month like yesterday's trash, guys, because you know, that month I think we all were just having a little bit of a too much breaks, a little bit of, you know, too much of leisure and lack of alacrity. You know, Tommy's favorite word is alacrity, right? So today, what he wanted me to touch base on was the numbers and, you know, putting the pressure on the system. And, you know, I'm not sure how many guys that we have in here that have been with us for a while. I know my team's been here for a while. Kelsey, Pat, Eric, you know, we got some people in person as well. So this might be a little bit of a repeat. But the information is always good to get down. I'm going to keep this a little bit shorter, 30, 45 minutes max today. And, I'm going to run through, something that I would be doing to maximize my activity, when I'm out there, when I'm with these people. Okay. So virtual or non-virtual, I could definitely see that all of us are virtual in here, right? I mean, is anybody not virtual in this room right now? No, I think you guys are all virtual. Okay. All right. Brigida, George, you guys got to get videos on or I'm going to kick you out. I apologize. That's just how it is. I'm not, it's a little bit of a respect thing. So I'll give you guys a few minutes for that, but you can ask Matt Jans. I kicked him out and I feel bad because he was wiping his baby's butt cheeks, but he didn't let me know quick enough. I gave him
Oh, mercy.
the boot.
It's pronounced Rogan.
But anyway, guys, so is anybody in here struggling with activity? Like, is anybody in here like, I'll just open up with like, in general, with the virtual world, it obviously used to be in the field that you would just need to have, 12 presentations a week. Gotcha. We got it. Right? You guys can see this. 12 presentations a week would get you, the 4 sales. Right? And then on top of those sales, on top of those 4 sales, you guys would have to book 24 appointments to make those happen. It was like a 50% show ratio and obviously a 1 out of 3 closing ratio. Now, guys, you can like it or love it or hate it, but it ain't that way anymore. And you guys can make the excuses that you want to make about why you didn't get booked enough or how you didn't get enough calls in or why you didn't collect referrals. But just understand that there's people out there right now who are absolutely crushing it with the same leads and the same opportunity that you're given. One of them is not even in the group me. Like if Ashley was in the group me, you guys would be like constantly feeling like, I remember I was in this group me with Simon Arias where it was like only the top 20 producers in the whole company could be in this group me. It was called like SEALs Team 6 or something. And, if there was a day where I had like 3 appointments, I would test my luck and I would survive off talent instead of, putting the pressure on the system. I'd be stressing. It made for a miserable day. I would just pray that one of these 2 families would be at their home and I'd probably close them. And if not, I would make something out of nothing. I would roll that one family's contingents, no matter if they liked it or not. I've been trained by Geo to sit there and go back and forth about your contingent beneficiaries on the AD&D certificate. Why do I got to do it? It's only a $4,000 policy. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is overboard. It's only overboard if you make it overboard. Hey, Mary, we can't vary from the process. Other companies, they may not care about this contingent beneficiary stuff, but due to that $1.7 billion worth of life insurance that went unclaimed in 2013, it's been following that same trend ever since. And you calmly tell them, we just can't fall in that statistic with our A+ ratings to the union. So, we just need to collect 2 backup beneficiaries, even just 1 if you had one. All right, my brother, put him down. Okay, great. Now, since you guys obviously put him down, since that statistic I told you about is so true, the company has us, 1, get in contact with these people, make sure that they accept the responsibility. 2, if they do, it's just my job to sit down with him and his wife and go over the how to file a death claim, get him out the beneficiary forms, the freedom of choice certificates, all the necessary beneficiary paperwork, and just show them what his responsibilities would be. God forbid that day came. Does that make sense? And my fingers are crossed for a yes. I'm like, please say yes. Because once they say yes, you're good. You just made a sale out of nothing, right? So that's how we got to start taking this, because a lot of us in here are relying on these leads way too much. Sorry, George. Peace, bud. So with that being said, hey, Edgar. Hey, Gio. So with that being said, guys, that's the field, right? 2 appointments. You could survive off talent and work ethic. You could go out there, roll that contingent Benny, be all good, call them up right there and then. If you guys need help on that script, see your manager, see me, catch me in the hallway. I'll tell you exactly how to call a Benny. And you should have no internal objections. Just got to sit down with you, same deal. And 1, yada, yada. And 2, this, that, and the other. Oh, by the way, before the phone call ends, you'll actually have access to the benefits, so on and so forth. You guys know the drill. There's scripts out there to a T. But guys, we're not able to go to the field anymore and guarantee a C like that. We're not able to go to the field and guarantee a show like that. Even if that 2 appointments wasn't there, I would go door knock because I didn't start my field day for nothing. I was just telling my team this. I'll be damned to come out here 2 hours, 1 hour, even if it was 30 minutes. I'd be damned to get all ready in the morning, get all fired up on some Grant Cardone and Ed Milet, drive all the way out here, see 2 people, and just think to myself, that's how the cards were dealt. Up, time to go home. Nothing else I could do about it. That is complete bullshit. You're in a performance-based business for yourself. If that's the way you're thinking, you're never going to make it. Sorry. You got to be able to pull shit out of your butt, and you got to be able to make something out of nothing. Whether it's missing those 2 presentations you had on because you didn't book enough. If you missed them, I'd be door knocking or calling to at least set my next day up to not have what happened happen again tomorrow. Like, I'd be insane about it. Until 9, some way, shape, or form, I am booking my next day, or I'm going back to those 2 people's homes, and I know everyone lives in their house, so I'm probably going to see one of those 2 when I go back tonight, right? So just no time wasted, you know, because the way guys, unfortunately, whether you do those things or whether you kind of just mope around on your phone and mess around until 9, like either way, you're driving home after 9 or you're getting home off the computer after 9 and you're still feeling like you worked the whole day. So what's the real difference? Why play yourself, right? So we're not in the field anymore in this room. We're in the virtual field. And this ratio, forget about it, all right? You need to have more than 12 presentations to get 4 sales. If 1 out of 3, if the show ratio is 50% in the field, I'm going to under promise and over deliver and tell myself that it's 30%. Holy moly. I'm going to tell myself that it's 30% in the virtual, and I'm going to take the pressure and stress off myself, and I'm going to put it on the system because that's a guarantee. And I can drive home saying I gave it all I got, and I can do it again, and I can do it again, and I can come back to Tommy, and I can come back to Gio, and I can say, G, we got to do something, man. I'm putting the pressure on these systems. I'm doing everything it says, and in any rare chance I didn't get the results I was supposed to, he can tell me what's next. Hey, maybe we can get these leads reshuffled. Hey, maybe we can do a little bit of a, maybe your phone setting isn't good. Maybe your solidification on the phone. Let me hear it, right? And again, I'm just putting pressure on the systems. He's telling me what to say. I'm improving on my phone solidification. I'm improving on my activity. I'm locking myself in a room for call nights, so I'm not talking. I'm self-analyzing. I'm finding out where I'm losing activity, and I'm filling in the gaps. And I just keep filling in the gaps until these chances and these ratios start to become guarantees. Let George back in one more time, man. I hope he got his video on. But does that make sense, everybody? Because that's what I've told myself. That's how I played myself in my brain. That's exactly what I was telling myself day in and day out. You know, and everyone has bad days. And I don't expect you guys to be perfect with this mindset all the time. Sometimes you just want to like get home, get off, take a break. Like sometimes your mind's going to take over and you might not do the activity. Don't beat yourself up. Listen to a podcast at night. Get better, wake up earlier the next morning and prepare better and just analyze why your mindset was like that, how you can make it improve, and how you can not, be that stagnant again in your mind the next day. It's always just every day, guys. Every day, try something new. Every day, implement something new. Every day, put a new type of pressure on the system of numbers. And I promise you, it's a guarantee. And the best people in this agency right now, especially for the rookies in here, Rogada, sorry to mispronounce your name, Rogada. I know we went over this in my original sales training with you, like probably 10 times. Rogada, Matt Jans are people that put a lot of pressure on the system. Rogada Ask Josh what to do. Josh tells her what to do. She immediately implements it in her next appointment. Comes back. I tried it. What's next? What else? How can I improve? What can I do different? It didn't work. Oh, I didn't say it with this type of tone. All right, great. Next time I'm going to say it with that type of tone. Guess what? It worked, right? So 30% show virtual, guys. Don't play yourself. Don't go out there with 5 appointments on a virtual day, and don't buy markers that don't work. Let's try one more marker in here. Don't go out there with 5 appointments on and you're virtual and assume it's going to work. Now, you may have hit the calls. You may have did 250 calls on Monday, like your trainer said to do, and you may have only gotten 5 on. But how many did you speak to that you didn't get on? How many of those contacts? You may have talked to 8 people, only put 5 on. I would definitely not blame myself entirely because a lot of people weren't answering, and that's just how it might be. But I would sure as hell start blaming myself in the realm of like, I missed 3 people I could have booked right there. What do I got to do to make sure I booked those 3 people? What did they say to me? What did they beat me on? Gio. If Gio's still next to Edgar, Gio, why did I get beat on these? What happened? Right? Gio would tell me exactly what happened. We would role play. And I don't care if it's after 9 or if it's till 12 in the morning. How serious are you about your career? How much do you want your success? No one told you this was going to be easy. Now, so instead of getting 5 on and expecting to get a couple sales, I'm not going to play around virtually anymore. I'm going to call in the morning. I'm going to call during lunch. Hell, I'm probably just going to call when I'm not taking my break and getting my mind, body, and spirit on because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to go to work and I'm an agent and all I got to worry about is seeing clients. So what else should I be doing? Like, oh, I already called them twice, Vince. I already went through this lead pack like 3 times. Great. I went through it 12 times when I was in your position. They don't know who you are. Change your number up. Change your number up. Change it up again. Change it up again. Take your girlfriend's phone. Use her number. Hey, babe, you can have my phone for the night, 4 to 9. I'm using your phone. Get creative. Get resourceful. They're going to finally answer one day. And they're not going to really know the difference between the last 20 person, they're not going to know the difference between the last 20 telemarketers that called them and the gentleman that's actually calling from their union that has something valuable to give them at no cost. So don't worry. One might answer and be like, why you keep calling me? But most are just going to be like, hello. And you're going to be like, holy, wow. Hey, Mary. Because you've been sitting there like praying for it, right? So the biggest thing I want to start with today, guys, is just the numbers. And just being like that mentally. If not, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time here. Might as well just go somewhere where you can count the hours and not the work that you put in. I think, Joel Osco is hiring down the street. So if I want to see 4 people or 3 people to get 1 sale in a day, and my show ratio, I'm going to undershoot. Obviously, some of your virtual show ratios might be better when you improve on those systems. Calendly, phone solidifications. What does your Calendly say? Does it remind them like every minute to the hour? Are you asking Ashley Miza, who has the best performance in the agency? Are you asking her what her Calendly says? And are you putting it in your Calendly? She'll talk to anybody. Are you asking the other top performers like, Rogata, what her Calendly says? Why her show ratio is good? Because if I put 10 to 12 people on, that's the new 6 to 8. Back in the day, 6 to 8 would get you 3 to 4 presentations in a day. That's in the field. Now it's 8 to 12. 8 to 12 is going to get me 3 to 4 presentations in a day, which is going to get me 1 sale if I'm average and 2 to 3 sales if I'm proficient. Again, being proficient, going back to putting pressure on the system, the script, the sales workshops, the recordings of yourself. I had to watch a recording of Reich last night. I felt like I was a trainee. I was like cringing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like they just asked him about insurance and he completely dodged the question, went on a tangent. And like, that looked horrible. I'm like, that's why he's missing, little things, man, little things. Took me 2 seconds. So do everything you can on a call night to get 8 to 12 people on Tuesday. Don't even worry about Wednesday. Tuesday's not going to work. Why not? Okay, Tuesday's not going to work. What do you got going on, Mary? Big smile. Okay, what time do you get home from that? What time does she start? What time do you start? Great. Here's the time slot. I'm shooting for it. You guys are like, some of us are scared. Oh, she told me Tuesday wasn't going to work, so I put her on for Friday. Well, might as well just kiss that goodbye in the virtual world. Why'd you put her on for Friday? What does she have going on Tuesday and Wednesday? Some of my agents tell me, I don't know. I don't know what he had going. How bad do you really want it, dude? You don't know? You never asked him? And you're just out here for fun? We got a job to do. And believe it or not, these people are dying before we get there. It's happened to me like several times this year already. People are dying a week to a month before I get there, and I've had those leads for more time than that. And before I had them, one of you guys had them. So at some point, your pride's got to take over too. Passion for the quality that you're bringing. That's what makes you say the uncomfortable things. Like, what do you got going on? What time do you get home from there? Great. You get home at 4, your wife gets home at 6. I got any time between 7 and 8 or any time between 8 and 9. Can't we do Wednesday? I got great question, Mary. I wish we could do Wednesday. But like I was kind of saying before, we've been in this area for the past 7 or 8 days. You know, if it's somebody that you've been calling for 2 weeks, say 2 weeks. These leads are 2 weeks old. We've been in the area for about 2.5 weeks. We've been in your area of Chicago. Then they had us beforehand in Skokie. And then they had us down in Elgin, Carpentersville, Crystal Lake, you know, the northern parts. And then now they have us wrapping back up before we head off to Wisconsin, my home state. I would say Pennsylvania. Now they have us wrapping up in Chicago before we head off to Pennsylvania to go back to our home state. You know, I've been staying in an Airbnb. I don't know if you know where Wheeling is, do you? Oh, yeah, that's the suburbs. Yeah, I hear the ice cream truck every day down here. But more or less, Tuesday is our last day. So as busy as you are, as busy as I am, and as important as these benefits are, we just got to make sure we get you down tomorrow. So like I said, I got any time between 7 and 8 or any time between 8 and 9. 3 out of 4 of those people are going to book that time that you just did that with. But if you're never taking the chance to do that, you're not putting the pressure on the numbers, how the hell are you going to know regardless? What do you got to lose with that kind of stuff? What do you got to lose? Getting someone upset because you pushed too hard to get them out valuable benefits that are going to help their family? What do you feel bad about? You're not going to see this person ever again if you don't book them right there. What do you got to lose from trying that stuff? So now that's the phones. That's the appointment set. Don't push people back. Does anyone have any questions about like pushing people back? And like, does anyone have a question about anything I just went over about show ratio or, you know, losing the phone calls, child safe, wills, unions, whatever it may be?
I got a question.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me answer Jans because I'm not ever with him. Hold that question though, Mr. Shealy. Yes, Matt Jans.
Okay, I was gonna ask. So, you know, if you're pulling that script on Monday evening for booking for Tuesday, if you're already, say you're already fully booked on Tuesday, are you double booking or are you gonna push for Wednesday?
That's a great question, and honestly, I almost forgot to touch base on that. That's another thing a lot of us are doing. We're putting like a 1, a 3, and a 5 and a 7 on for Tuesday, and we're like stopping there and moving to Wednesday. Like, I'm going to start off doing a 1, 3, a 5, a 7. I like odd numbers. And then one of these dudes probably was not the best phone call. Maybe they're not a union hard card. Maybe you should know by now, you didn't have that great feeling about them. That's going to be the people I start to double book on. Hell yeah. I'll put a 2 in there. I'll put a 4 in there. And I'll put a 6 in there. And I'll put an 8 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 30% show ratio in the field. Honestly, guys, like I said, that's low balling. 30% is low balling. Should be more. So I'm going to see 3 or 4 of these guys, at least 3. And I'm going to get my sale. Again, average, I'm going to get my sale. You guys are above average. Start telling yourself that. So yes, Matt Jans, I will book in between before I move on to Wednesday. I don't care if I blow one of these people off. I got an assistant. You guys should have callers. I just got an assistant, so I won't even talk about that. When you're not having an assistant and you're an agent, if your 1 is going to end around 3, like how long are your presentations, Matt Jans, if it's a sale?
If it's a sale, most hour and a half.
Hour and a half. It's great timing. That's great timing, right? So if my 1 is fire and I start him right at 1, don't be late, right? 110, 105. If I start him at 1 and I know my 2 is a will kit and I know my 3 is a union, and then maybe my 4 is a union as well. Hell, they could all be unions. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get to a point in my hour and a half sale at my 1 where after term and whole life, I'm going to check the time. Takes about 30 minutes to get to term and whole life, maybe 45 if you're doing good no-cost referrals and everything. So at 1:45, 15 minutes before my 2 o'clock, I'm going to say, oh, shit, this is a sale because I'm in term and whole, and I can see that look in their eyes. They're interested. Let me go ahead, and if it's not a sale, wrap this stuff up real quick, get to my 2 by 2:15, or if it's a sale, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, guys, any questions on term or whole or how that works? Okay, great. Give me 1 second. The last thing we're going to do for you is wrap up with the needs analysis. That's your last no-cost benefit. Then we're going to go over, beneficiaries for your insurance and wrap this up, guys. But I just want to call my next sit. Like I said before, when I first got in the call, I have 8 to 11 members on a day. It's crazy. Oh, no. Go ahead, Vince. You're fine. Sure. Right? Now, don't walk away completely. Keep your eye on the clients and stuff, but just stay busy. Get that call real quick. A lot of times they're not even going to answer. What you could do is what's called slide dial. You guys, if you go and you Google slide dial's number, slide dial is a number that you call, and it will say, welcome to slide dial. Who do you want to call today? And it will connect you right away to that person's voicemail. Right away to their voicemail. So you could get in and out before your clients start thinking about, oh man, he's trying to sell us term and whole. Hey, right to their voicemail. Hey, real quick. Hey, Mary, this is Vince Messeri with American Income, the Will Kit division. I'm one of the directors here. We had that appointment today for any time between 2 and 3. I just wanted to let you know there's 2 ways you can do this. This is why you got to plan your shit out the night before. You can either choose to make this your sale, or you can use your intuition and know that it won't be, and know that by the phone call you have with your 3, you're going to have a lot better time at your 3. That makes sense? Everybody? So 2 ways that phone call, that voicemail is going to go. Vince Messeri, Will Kit Division, just giving you a quick call, letting you know that we're still going to be able to see you today, anytime between 2 and 3. I just want to give you a quick heads up. Don't want you to think I'd ever no call, no show you. I'm going to be here closer to 2:45. I won't even go over it. People in this meeting, man, walking around doing things, You guys will miss the boat. Others will take it and run with it and get the execution and get the reward. So I'll either see that Will Kit, I'll take care of them, or I'll tell them, hey, Vince Messeri, Will Kit Division, had that appointment between 2 and 3. Just wanted to let you know ahead of time. Didn't want you to think I'd ever no call, no show you. I'm still with my clients right now from my 12 o'clock appointment. They had a lot of questions, and I have 1 more person still right before you to take care of. I know I probably mentioned on the phone, union families are our main priority, and I'm doing the best I can to get to you with these union benefits that they've offered as well. But today, I don't think I'm going to get to you between our 2 to 3 time frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you down for later today, and I'm going to put him on for someone else I'm not too confident about. Or a Will Kit, I'm probably not going to replace any unions with. I'll put him on to Wednesday. So I'm going to put you on for Wednesday. That's going to be one of our last days in the area. Even if you told them on the phone when you first booked them that it was your last day on Tuesday, I promise you they're not going to remember. I promise you they're not going to remember. So I'm going to put you on my 2 o'clock for tomorrow, same exact time, because I'm being smart and I know they get home from work and that's their schedule. I'm proactive. I'm going to put you on for tomorrow anytime between 2 and 3. Hang up the phone. That was about a 1-minute process. 1 minute, I get back into my clients before they start talking weird. Hey guys, sorry about that. Oh no, you're fine. They respect that you're busy because you've been telling them the whole time that you're busy. You've been telling them since you walked in the door that you're busy. It's actually boosting your control now. I want to think about it. Mary, do you see what I'm doing right now? Do you want to think about it? You really think you can think about it? No, I'm just kidding. But that's the notion, you know what I mean? You really think I'm coming back here? We just went through all this, you know? But guys, now as you're moving through your day and as you're closing sales, whether you call them at 1:45 or whether you call this one at 2:30, you're not pissing them off and you're rescheduling them to Wednesday, and you're actually making presets and making sales. Don't no call, no show, buddy. Anybody. I wish Omar was on this call, because I'm tired of hearing union members tell me that Omar had an appointment and the computer systems are down. That stuff drives me up a freaking wall. You want to lose credibility? You want to lose an entire union? Go no show, no call them and see what happens. Now you're spoiling it for all of us. You guys ever see Full Metal Jacket? We all might as well get the pillowcases full of soap and beat you with it one at a time. From now we all got to do push-ups because the Teamsters are getting no-showed by Jimmy Joe. And then the next guy, Jimmy Joe, goes to the job site and that stuff spreads like wildfire. Yeah, I had an appointment with those guys. He actually had me waiting on a Zoom with my wife for an entire hour during dinner time and never showed, never called. F him. Yeah, hey, Vince, I'd just like to go ahead and cancel my appointment for tomorrow. I talked to some guys at work and, you know, it's just not going to work. Thanks. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, Matt Jans, and for everybody in the room, that's how you do it. If I were to step out of the MGA position and jump in to the full agent position where this is all I have to worry about, this is how crazy I get. This is how resourceful I get. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Y'all think the script is lying until you're actually doing it. Calling these people, rescheduling them. Now you get into your 3, you sell him. You're probably about to miss your 4, but you call them anyway. You could call them before term and whole or after you solidify and they pick an option. That's it. Please do not call any other time but before term and, or I'm sorry. No, before term and whole. I made a mistake. Before term and whole, call these clients. Before term and whole or after they pick an option and you solidify. So you have a long time. And if you're having trouble with this, then maybe book your appointments every 2 hours. I made a lot of sales doing virtual 2-hour gaps, but filling them on every hour. Now you'll have all the time in the world. You can't tell me before term and whole or after the solidification that you won't have time to now finish this thing at 2:45, get into your union at 3, wrap them up by 5, but you called your union between 4 and 5 so he's not pissed off and you let him know you're going to be running a little bit closer to 5:15. He's going to be okay with that. Now you get into your union and honestly, now you got 2 sales and the rest of these, you might be rescheduling. You might see one more at 8 or 7 and you rescheduled your 6, you rescheduled your 5, you rescheduled your 2. Guess who has 3 presets on for Wednesday now? But Vince, you said to book everybody for Tuesday. Now I only have 3 on Wednesday. Well, you just had 3 chances in 3 different sits. Did you take an extra 30 minutes to roll a contingent beneficiary? Especially in your union. WillKit, Child Safe, they wouldn't let me roll anybody. They didn't want to sponsor anybody. I understand. That's kind of like your presentation needs some work. You know, your ideology behind the program that you're giving them needs some work. But playing soccer in here now. But the unions, there should be no excuse. Every sit should generate an appointment. So effectively 3 reschedules on Tuesday, 3 to 5 referrals rolled over to Wednesday. I'm sorry, not Tuesday. 3 reschedules for Wednesday, 3 to 5 referrals rolled over for Wednesday. And now you got 6 to 9 appointments on Wednesday. And half of those things are referrals. And guess what referrals, closing, and show ratio is? Can anybody tell me that's not a manager, that's not in a veteran position, not Stephen Shealy? Anybody on this screen, can you tell me what the closing ratio and show ratio is on referrals?
Is it 60 or 66%? Something like that?
It's 66 to 75%. And honestly, even if your Wednesday don't pop, your Tuesday for sure just did. And if you had all that activity and no sales, you better be one stressing person I'll try to not swear. You better be one stressing individual on Thursday with your managers saying, what the hell happened? I had all these presentations. I executed on all this show ratio stuff, but I couldn't roll a damn referral to save my life, and I couldn't close a sale to save my life. Thursday workshop. You should be the star of the workshop. Hey, Vince, one more question. Hey, Vince, one more question. Hey, Vince, one more question. Hey, 9 o'clock. Hey, Vince, do you have some time right now? Yes, Rake. Yes, I got some time right now. What do you need, buddy? All right, I got this sit. And this is what happened. And this is what happened. I'll stay there till 12 if I have to. And each of your managers should as well. Now you go back into Friday. You're like, yeah, I just did the same stuff. I put the same number of appointments on for Friday. I'm going to have the same chances again. And I know for a fact, if I get those chances again, now that I'm improved in these couple areas, I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to close the gap and turn the chances into guarantees by putting pressure on the system. That's the frickin' phrase for this workshop. Pressure on the system. Take it off yourself. Don't overcomplicate this deal. One more thing about these referrals before we wrap up, and I may end with a question for 5 minutes, is it just took you 30 minutes to roll that contingent. One referral. I mean, 30 minutes is a long time, but I mean, honestly, you're going to call them. They're going to tell you that they're not home. Okay, even if we leave a voicemail, you know, their mom might like to talk to you. Who knows? You should really be able to roll 2 referrals in 30 minutes. Okay, that's one contingent. Now we got your contingent rolled. I know you sponsored these 3 into the discount card, and that was all your sponsors today, right, Mary? Okay, besides your contingent, who we already have on because we know we have to see your contingent. You know, I had to get him on my schedule before it was too late. But I got a little bit more time, Mary. Out of these 3 discount card people, who do you want to guarantee I see the most? Because the only way I can guarantee that I'm going to see them is, in my years of experience here, is calling them while I'm with you. If I don't call them while I'm with you, you know how many people I usually see that people sponsor? How many? 0, Mary. That's just the way it goes. Union members are our main priority. I'm not in the area much longer. And I'm sure if I call your sister from my phone number, she's probably never going to answer or hang up on me like I'm a crazy telemarketer, right? She's going to say, I do that once a day, Vince. Sure, let's call my sister. I want to prioritize her. 2 refs, 30 minutes, 66 to 75% closing ratio and show ratio. So you're at least getting 1 sale. You're at least getting 1 sale. 30 minutes for 1 sale? Or the other way around, guys. 30, we'll be generous. We'll say, you know, we'll say you do have a 50% show ratio virtually. We'll just say that, okay? Which some of you guys might be getting that right now. If you have a 50% closing ratio and you need to see 3 people to get a sale, that's 6 appointments that you need booked. How many times have you guys booked 6 appointments in an entire call night? How many of you probably haven't even done that yet? So the choice is yours. Takes about 1 hour to book 1 to 2 leads. And if you need 6 of those on, let's be generous, 2 leads an hour. You can choose. Do you want 3 hours for 1 sale or 30 minutes for 1 sale? How do you want to run your business, guys? Again, what's the excuse at this point? I don't like collecting referrals. They never give me their name. They never let me roll them. Excuses. That's all it is. That's all it is. Give me your, let me come run your sit. I'll show you how to do it. Then what are you going to tell me? Give me the same resources you have, the same leads, the same sets. I'll get those referrals out of there. And then what's your excuse going to be? Oh, well, you just been here for a while. You just know what to say. Okay, why don't you know what to say? I can tell you in 10 minutes what to say, and we can workshop it for another half hour, and now you'll know what to say. All right, questions? Sheila, yes.
This kind of goes back to the booking and having a hard time booking people. I run into this Mainly with child safes and wills, but I have run into it with unions before too.
Whew.
And I'm sure I've been told how to do it before, but I'm still having trouble with it.
No problem.
People who, like, with child safes and wills, it's like, well, why do we have to sit down over Zoom? Why can't you just send it to me? And then unions, the same thing. Like, can't you just send me something in the mail? Like, what? Do I have to sign something? Like, people who just don't get why we have to sit down and aren't gonna book because they don't understand why I have to sit down with them to get them out, the will, the need benefits or anything. It's like, that's where I run into trouble with booking people, where I might get in touch with them, but they just don't get it and they won't sit down with me.
All right. Everyone hear that question on the virtual world? Okay.
Half of it. Would you mind repeating that, please?
Okay. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, people saying, like, with child safes, wills, but I've also gotten it with unions too. When I get to the point where we have to sit down with you over a Zoom call to get you the will kit, the child safe kit, or the benefits, and people are just like confused or like, well, can't you just send it to me? Or like, especially with wills and child safe, like, I thought you were just gonna send it to me in the mail. I just thought I filled this thing out and I got it. And people not understanding and not letting me book them because they don't get why I have to sit down with them on a Zoom call to get it out to them. People thinking that I can just send it to them in the mail rather than sitting down with me over Zoom to actually get them out whatever they requested.
So I had a phone call with a gentleman yesterday from the IBEW, right? First thing he said when I said, hey, Jim, he said, yeah. I said, hey, Jim, this is Vince Messeri with American Income. We handle some of your benefits to the IBEW, local 1419 or something. He goes, great. Why are you calling me on Memorial Day? I said, it's a great question, Joe. Loud and proud, not all quiet. Hey, this is, Shayla, or this is Steven. How you doing? No, that's not going to work. They're going to walk all over you even more. I'm already being loud and he's already trying to walk all over me. Great question, Joe. We're calling you on Memorial Day because we work with over 30,000 different unions. It's not just the IBEW. And, these carpenters, these police, these teachers, these firefighters, they work some oddball hours. So this is honestly one of our only times to get to those, ladies and gentlemen. He goes, okay, well, my time is very valuable. So let's get right to the point. What do you need? My time is very valuable, he told me. So I get that. And that's what you got to respect is these people's time. But sometimes you got to push that boundary to get their family taken care of properly. And that's my reasoning behind it. I'm going to push you, and don't worry. Our PR team tells these union contracts our PR team tells these presidents the same stuff. He says, they tell them, we're going to push, we're going to call. They're going to get called a lot. And when there was field stuff going on, they told them we're going to do courtesy drop-bys too. So they know. But anyway, I said, all right, great. We'll get right into it. And a rookie would cut right to the end of the script. Oh, I just got to find a good time to deliver these benefits. Nope. Now you're traveling backwards. He's going to ask you why, what the benefits are, this, that, and the other. So I just started on the script. Hey, just giving you a call, verify the information that you wrote down. I can get you off the phone here. He said, all right. I said, name, your address, this. Yep. Okay. Your date of birth is this. That didn't change on us, right? I'm not doing any funny stuff here. I'm not asking him if I can move his birthday forward 10 years. Can't guarantee any physical effects. Ha, ha, ha. No, not the phone call for that, right? So birthday didn't change on us. Okay. Beneficiary on your life insurance policy to the union is going to be your wife. All right, great. Now, last question for you, Joe. Did you make it to any of the meetings where they discussed this benefits program with you guys? He said, no, I did not. I said, no problem. I'll fill you in here on what you may have missed. What they did is they set you up with 4 no-cost benefits, one of which is that insurance policy that would go to your wife, God forbid something were to happen to you. And it's just simply our job to deliver these benefits. I start making it sound easy. Explain them, answer any questions that you and the wife may have. Now, due to the current situation, we're not obviously able to do that anymore. So what they've transitioned to is like an online meeting over the phone or computer. Have you ever used Zoom before? And he said what you just said. He goes, yeah, I've used Zoom before, but tell me why you can't just email me all this stuff and I can just look at it. I'm a competent individual. I think I can handle that. I said, yeah, Joe, absolutely. I'm sure you'd be able to handle that. And I would love if I could just mail all these things out. That would make my job a whole lot easier. But the way that your union president set it up is they require us to deliver these benefits, explain them, go over them, and answer any questions that you guys may have about them. And then he was like, all right. He's like, but I just don't understand why you can't mail them. And I don't really need any explaining. I don't really need any questions asked. I don't really have any questions. I said, Yeah, I definitely understand that, Joe. I mean, for the past 70 years, we were doing these things in person. And I said, has anyone ever actually come out to deliver these benefits? And he said, no. I said, okay, that makes sense. No? Man, when'd you fill out that card? I'm using questions to get away from that shit now. I'm using questions and I'm bringing up facts now. Child safe right there. I didn't know you'd mail it. I didn't know you just would come by. I thought you would just mail it. Hey, no problem, Mary. I'm actually looking at the request that you sent right now. When you request the child safety kits, it does pop up and let you know a few times that an AIL representative will be contacting you to deliver these benefits and go over other insurance benefits as well. So does that make sense? Did you happen to see that there? No, I didn't see that. I just thought it'd be mailed. Well, no problem. Well, I'll tell you what, honestly, the child safety kit's a 2-part program, and being honest is the best policy. The first part is those child safety kits. That's the family, that's what's going to take care and protect you if something were to ever happen to the children. Those are brought to you in part by the Police Union Association. And then the second part of the program is actually what they call the Family Protection Program. It's some exclusive union benefits that the police are allowing you to have access to. I mean, those are just designed to make sure that the kids are protected if something happened to you. Now, Mary, I don't even know if you can qualify for those police benefits. They're at a union negotiated rate. They're pretty hard to qualify for. Whether you can or not makes no difference to me. The choice is yours what you do with those. I literally just got to get you out the kits, go over both parts. And now they may have not been interested before to just go over a child safety kit on the computer, but now I got their attention. Now they want to know what this union benefit program is all about. So that's how I would get around that. Using facts. Hey, sorry, you don't read things that you sign up for. Go sign up for a child safety kit, guys. Go sign up for a will kit. Big ass thing pops up. It says you will be contacted about delivering this kit by an AIL representative. All right. So then back to the union guy, though. I pulled out the letter for him. I said, I know you haven't been seen before. I know you said you didn't make any meetings, but did you get this letter? He goes, no, I don't think I read it. I said, did you read this letter, right? Did you read the letter that came with the card? No problem. I'm looking at it right now. It's signed off on by your president, Jimmy Joe. You know Jimmy, right? Yeah, I know Jimmy. I actually grew up with Jimmy. All right, well, Jimmy's the one that signed this contract, and I'm reading it right now. I can even send it to you. No, that's fine. You don't got to send it to me. Well, I'll just wanted to let you know at the very bottom, it does let you know that we do have to deliver these, explain them, answer any questions for you guys. It'll be real quick. It'll be over Zoom. So does that make sense now? A little bit better sense, Joe? He was like, yeah. So when are you trying to do this? Right? What time are you trying to get me on this Zoom call? I work 12-hour shifts, 6 12s. All right. What time do you usually get home? 7 o'clock? Great. 8 o'clock? I got any time between 8 and 9. I'll tell you what, I'll make a priority to be there right at 8. So that way we're not waiting around until 9. Anytime between 8 and 9, but right at 8 sound good? Great. Solidify, get off the phone. He said, unless you want to do it at 5:30 a.m. I said, no, Joe. No, Joe. My carpenter days are over. I'm not waking up at 5:30 a.m. anymore. So that's all I got for you guys. I got to go run a third interview, build my team's dreams, and get you guys where you need to be. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you all have my number. You all have my email. Hit me up in the group me. Love you all. Peace.
Appreciate it, Vince.
Thanks, Vince.